Wah anjing, emang sinyal gue berarti jelek ya.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
My will embodied. No touching. We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
Lah, masa mati? Ini orang pacaran ya.
eyes!
Mana nih kena ada angin nih?
My will embodied!
Healthy.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
Oh ini yang gede ya.
on the agenda?
Ya.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
Yo, halo. Oh, benar pas. Kok chatnya nggak ada sih tapi? Tapi di sini ada kan?
If you... Nggak bisa dipencet. Heran gue. Brass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Tiga. Kenapa sih? Minggu. Lanjut service aja.
Obey! Access denied.
Stabilize.
Transfiguration.
Astaga, defense. Critical damage masih critical damage, tapi temennya defense anjing.
Stabilize.
Access denied.
Geo, mendingan Geo sih ya. Geo HP.
Solidify.
My will embodied.
My will and body. Sekali lagi. Bentar deh. Bentar, mana dia? Mana dia? Kok nggak ada? mana deh? Yuk, lanjut.
Solidify!
My will embodied.
Born of icy frost.
Take your true form.
Access denied.
Tuh. Wah, anjir bagus nih. Cabut, kita pindah. Nggak pernah ngambil ini kan, gue mending ini domain elemental. Salah, pindah. C1 anjir. Oh iya, paling kecil aja ya. Bener deh, di sini aja.
We can help.
Stabilize!
Born of icy frost.
Winged and slow.
Access denied.
Stabilize.
Next time, this is long overdue.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds come.
Stabilize.
Ih, tai banget. Kenapa sih harus begitu artefaknya?
This realm is true. If you ever have it.
Tuh. Dua.
Totoko? Totoko, where are you?
Ya, anak
These
cuma dua.
bombs, so heavy.
Nih.
Totoko? Totoko, where?
Besok. Nanti dulu. Ini belinya di mana ya? Goblok. Oh iya, ada resep baru ya. Bukan. Bahan makanan di sini di mana ya? Coba deh, di sini namanya apa sih? Bentuknya body bag. Di atas palanya ada goodie bag bentuknya. Oke. Ya benar, goodie bag. Kita dari paling atas aja kali. Nggak pernah belanja di Inazuma gue soalnya. Beli-beli begituan tuh. Bukan. Ini atas palanya goodie bag. Walah. Bentar. Kan itu. Oh, pindah. Anjir, tadinya di sini belinya mah. Ah, bener, pindah. Lanjut ke story. Lah, ada yang bagus.
Sorry to have kept.
No.
Great. This is the travel. He happened to be. Do you mind if he?
No, not at all. I've always been. Oh, I'm Luo Qiao. That's what I wanted to.
Rumors?
You know, you haven't heard? Come on. And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in?
And the traveler is a national hero. Even putting.
Oh,
You're comparing. I've missed out on.
Investment top.
No.
Oh, but
If it were real, I had my so I would advise. I see. In my opinion, long term, it's very difficult.
you think so too, huh? Okay, got it.
Maybe it.
Lady Ningguang,
Good.
now I see. You think clearly.
You've been listening for a while. Are you? Has it sparked an interest in the business world for? So you want to be my competitor? Well then, I suppose I'll have to start looking over my shoulder. Or how about this? I'll invest in you early on, before you make it big.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you.
See you next time. Right then, I'm a little Good, then let's do that. There are some slippery characters among the bidders, you see. So, even though my secretaries are very capable and experienced, I still can't help worrying for them a little. Come on, the auction is being held at Eugene Terrace.
Bentar, ini di atas. Loh.
Crumble!
Lady Ningguang, what brings you here?
I couldn't help but feel a little concerned. So I just came to see how everything is going.
We're about ready, and people are starting to arrive. I think we should be able to start on time.
Very good. I think I'll host the auction myself.
Huh? You want to do it yourself?
Yes, just in case anything untoward happens. I can take care of it myself.
Then we'll leave the auction itself to you. But we'll be sure to lend our full support behind the scenes.
Have you attended an auction before? Well, would you like to participate this time? You don't have to bid, of course. Just experience the atmosphere. All right then. Feel free to take a look around the venue before it kicks off. Check out the items up for bidding and see if there's anything you might be interested in.
Lihat pokok kan. Amati.
It's about time to start. Find yourself somewhere to sit and we'll kick things off. Yes? What is it? That's for you to make a considered judgment on. It's precisely what makes auctions so interesting, don't you think? Until the bids exceed the value of the item you're after, you can keep raising the price. If the bids go beyond what you can accept, then you let someone else take it. Perhaps this does not result in what you might call a fair price, but what it does do is identify the person who values the item the most. Yes, you should look forward to it. The first lot is a teacup from my personal collection. Bids starting at 10,000 mora. That's 10,000 mora for the teacup.
20,000!
30,000.
50,000.
80,000. 80,000 over here.
I'll raise that to 100,000.
120.
All right, 150,000. Anyone else want to keep going now?
150 once?
170.
180,000.
180 once? 180 twice? 180. Sold.
It's mine now.
Okay then. Moving straight on to the next lot. You seem to be getting quite into it. What a shame that you didn't manage to go home with anything. Of course it did. That's because I didn't come here to sell my things. I'm sure you must find it quite odd that all these everyday items could fetch such a huge price at auction. Since you're curious, why not go and talk to the buyers? I'm sure they'll give you the answers you're looking for.
Tanya.
Today wasn't my day. Didn't manage to snag much. There were too many bidders, and they all seemed like experts to me. I guess I'll just have to wait for the next auction. Someday, I'll be the lucky one.
Lah, itu mah nggak nanya anjir.
Huh? You want to know why I paid so much? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the previous owner was Lady Ningguang. Sure, the item may look pretty ordinary, but that's probably just because I'm not a connoisseur, so I don't know how to appreciate it. But I figured I'd buy it first, then go get it appraised by an expert. Then I'll be rich.
Like realm sigil.
The
Yang
case
mana, Teh?
before us is a strange and I'll protect us.
Belum dibuka-bukain sama dia. Gatel.
Solidify!
Born of ice and frost.
Dah, dapet juga gue. Loh.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the
Wah,
agenda.
tinggal. Orangnya mau kemana sih?
Next on the agenda. behind schedule. Access denied. Let the show begin. Next on the agenda, we're way behind schedule. Go, Barbara, go! Let's dance! Born of ice and frost.
Orang ini tuh mau kemana sih sebenarnya, heran gue.
We're way behind schedule. It's so nice to de-stress. Next on the agenda.
Stabilize!
We're way behind schedule. Protect us.
Cuk, ini api cuk. Ya Allah ya Tuhan.
Gather!
Emang nggak bisa ngechat apa gimana sih ini orang? Bingung gue.
Solidify!
Access denied.
That won't work. Cheap tricks. Cut down. Like this. Fall before me! You win. This battle.
Biar dia jalan duluan dah. Terus dia udah mau kemana?
We're way behind schedule.
Gather!
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Stabilize! Take this! One straight slice! This battle. Cut down. Like this.
Gue kira dia kesono. Nggak ngerti gue jalan pikirannya orang ini kemana.
Next up,
Stabilize!
yeah, born of ice and frost.
Ini nggak kena.
We're way behind schedule. Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do. Next on the agenda.
Stabilize! Rise! Nggak bisa. Solidify!
Access denied. Boom! We're waiting.
Stabilize!
Born of ice and frost.
Jadi bukain jalan, malah ke tempat lain. Capek.
Stabilize.
Let the show begin. No touching. Incinerate.
Stabilize.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister. Everyone is working super hard.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Ngantuk anjir kalau kayak gini tuh.
Quake. crumble.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Right.
Nggak bisa.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Are you tired? Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
order guide you. Stabilize.
Access denied. Yikes! Incinerate! No touching.
Solidify. I'm ready. Cut down. Like this.
Apa sih namanya? Elektro.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda. By royal decree.
Solidify.
I'll protect you. Way behind schedule.
Astaga, suka-suka dia lah. Mau kemana?
It's so nice to de-stress. We're way behind schedule.
Stabilize!
Padahal di sini masih ada tuh, di bawah, di atas, dia kabur. Pusing.
Quake! Crumble!
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Jatuh.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Nggak ambil aja.
But where are those who share the memory?
I may have paid an arm and a leg for this, but in the end, I got the result I wanted. Nothing of Ningguang's could ever be overinflated. I'm far from the only buyer who believes that owned by Ningguang is worth paying a premium for. So how much I make just depends on how many people are even bigger fans of Ningguang than I am.
Dijual lagi.
Well, did you find the answer yet? That's certainly part of it, but every bidder will have noticed that none of these items have a particularly high going rate on the market in and of themselves. Despite this, they were all willing to pay very dearly for them. I wonder, is faith in me really the only factor in their appraisal of the item's value? You'll see shortly. The one who spent the most money will surely be the quickest to realize. If all I wanted to do was make some quick mora by exploiting their blind faith in me, I have a million more effective ways of achieving that than hosting an auction. Every participant in this auction was handpicked by me, based on certain intelligence.
Lady Ningguang, something doesn't seem quite right with the items from today's auction. As unlikely as this sounds, and please forgive me for even bringing it up, but I had to ask. You weren't selling counterfeits today, were you?
Counterfeits? Absolutely not. What motive would anyone have for making copies of things like these? They are simply ordinary items, and there was no coercion or enticement during the auction. Every bid was voluntary.
Because we trusted you! Everyone knows that you love Mora, but we also know that you made your fortune through honest means, as opposed to scamming people.
You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there. You should know that unless you have evidence to support your outlandish claims, I am legally entitled to sue you for slander. Of course, if you have any genuine grievances about the auction, the lots, or the process, please enlighten me as to where exactly I went wrong.
You... Fine. Yes, technically it was all legitimate. Guess all I can do is take the loss. But if word gets out about today's auction, people are gonna start seeing you as a con artist. No one would dare do business with you after that. I guess what I'm saying is this really in your best interests?
Let me answer that with a question. You claim that you were willing to pay a high price because you trusted me. But is that really the full story?
What do you mean? What else could it be?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it could be something to do with a lost item from the original Jade Chamber collection that has quietly made its way into your hands. When the Jade Chamber fell, countless valuable items from my collection plunged into the sea. I organized a salvage operation, but still there were many items unaccounted for. A considerable number of these made their way back into Liyue Harbor through means unbeknownst to me, and passed through several pairs of hands before finally ending up in yours, and those of your fellow bidders today.
Wait, you mean...
Yes. Everyone attending the auction today is in possession of lost property belonging to me. Or, to put it another way, they were all people who have had a taste of something that was mine and convinced themselves that I am someone to be taken advantage of. So I ask you again, your high bidding price, was it motivated by trust Or was it greed? The sole reason I held this auction is to reclaim my treasured possessions. If you are willing to return what is mine, I will refund all the money you spent in the auction today.
All right, fine. I guess I'll return it. You drive a hard bargain, like everyone says. I'll go and get it right now. Please just wait here.
Despite his bad attitude, he cooperated in the end. The issue was that all items of mine that have been fished out of the sea have changed hands numerous times already. Determining who has legal ownership would be an extremely long-winded process, with each item being assessed on a case-by-case basis. Even Yenfei says she'd have a difficult time defending my claims. I could have bought them back, but it's not in my nature to pay twice for the same thing. Least of all, when they'd be looking to make a handsome profit from my misfortune. After making some inquiries, I found them to be most uncooperative. So I had to resort to this auction to finally put a stop to all this nonsense. I just wanted my things back. Hardly an unusual sentiment. At most, a little childish perhaps. Which is another reason why I didn't tell anybody about my plan. What do you think it was about the Jade Chamber that defeated Osile? Well, I think it was a combination of the weight and the energy it contains.
Kaboom.
Its great weight meant that it hit Osile with incredible force, while the energy within triggered that spectacular explosion. Every piece of the Jade Chamber, from the stone walls and wooden beams down to the smallest ornament, contributed to its total weight. But in the end, they became objects of merchants' greed. It's hard not to get a little irked thinking about it. Thank you for understanding. Now I've got one of my items back. Let me show you what makes it so special. The secrets of history shine through in the relics that survive. And this one now has the story of another age to tell.
Siapa lagi nih? Yo.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Before I get into specifics, I want, as a member of my usual job, for example, arranging her daily schedule.
Baisha has. I'm sure she was.
Back to the topic. By Xiao and I can go through the methods I use and keep all in a day's work. Currently, there are 100 and... Yes, I'll go through the most first. Then a discussion. Right after that, there's... Yes, you do. You need to take ample knowledge of all... I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point? Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule. All ready?
Wonderful. Then I'll be I'm grateful for you. If anything else is...
Take care, Lady... Don't you think that this schedule is a bit of a light load? Yeah, that's true. Lady Ningguang has a lot of work to attend to, and frankly, she doesn't have many opportunities to rest. We do sometimes worry about her health, but her attitude is very Mora-driven. If by taking a break there's a chance she'll lose Mora, she'll never agree to it. Huh. I see where you're coming from. Yes. You have a point. All right then, let's go with your plan. I'm sure Lady Ningguang has plenty she wants to talk about with you. There's a lot of things that need doing over at the auction venue, so I will be leaving you now. I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Lewat lagi.
Boats are making, transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well? There's nothing to worry about. So, what's item 1 on today's schedule? I imagine this must have taken Baisha completely by surprise. Sure, there's no harm in changing my schedule around once in a while. My schedule is usually very tightly packed, and any extra time I can squeeze out is spent on preparing for the future. So, it'll be quite nice to take a break. I don't often feel tired. Seeing the Mora come in has a way of making me feel quite invigorated. Still, your idea is very sensible. Mora can only lift a weary spirit. It cannot. So then, the days ahead of us. Any ideas on how to spend it? Something I never have time for. Ah, have you played the chess game I made? Or heard of it, perhaps? Yes. It's based on classic chess, but with different rules. When I was designing it, I wanted it not only to be a fun game, but also to capture Liyue's culture in a unique way. So I introduced a lot of concepts that aren't part of traditional chess, as well as different chess pieces and even boards. I'm constantly revising and expanding it. So far, there are over 30 editions. True. That's one reason why it's been difficult to catch on. But I don't feel that making it easier to learn is necessarily a good thing. Isn't one of the joys of playing chess to continually learn and progress through a complex set of rules? I think the key will be to make something that easily catches the attention of people who haven't played much chess before. I'm planning to make a new set with the board and pieces based on the battle for Liyue. One side will play the Guardians of Liyue Harbor. The other side will play the Fatui and Osio. No problem. I will let you try it out as soon as I finish the prototype. I want to make each of the chess pieces of Liyue Millennial as true to life as possible. And no Guardians of Liyue chess set would be complete without you, would it? I am indeed. Many of them, in fact. My thinking was that only people who pre-order the chess set at full price will be eligible to receive the limited edition Traveler chess piece. It seems only fitting for someone of your status. Naturally, since you are the face of that historic event. I intend to make chess pieces for everyone who was involved that day, including myself. Everyone who owns this chess set will preserve this moment in history in a vivid and compelling form. Then it's decided. Come with me. To make this chess piece, I need to take some measurements.
Nah, hilang orangnya.
Lady Ningguang and the Traveler.
You already know each other?
Oh, I think it goes a little deeper than that. I don't teach my hard-earned skills to just anyone, you know. There's a word for people like you, who are warm one minute and cold the next. Fickle.
You seem to be in a good mood today.
As ever, there's nothing special about today, but seeing you two has definitely perked me up. All jokes aside, how can I be of service today?
Remember the custom chess pieces I told you about? I'd like you to take his measurements today.
Whatever business I'm in, I am first and foremost a woman of many talents. Don't you remember when I taught you how to make perfume? There was no porcelain involved in that. As it happens, I am a skilled tailor as well. What can I say? I'm in the prime of my youth and I love all beautiful things. Is that so strange?
Yingar is every bit as proficient as any of the top tailors in the land. I've availed myself of her services many times before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing that the Traveler only thinks I'm good at one thing. I see how it is. In which case, you'll find all the tools you could need in the room. Please, help yourselves. I'll stay outside and mind my own porcelain business, as you quite rightly suggested.
Huh? What are you expecting me to do here?
Oh, I think the Traveler is the one you should be asking about that. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. It's hard not to tease when you're both so well matched. Come on then, step inside and I'll examine your body from tip to toe.
Genit banget nih orang, kampret.
If I hear any strange new rumors after this, you will be my #1 suspect.
Rumors about the Traveler or the chess piece?
Either. Both are confidential.
Don't worry, I know where the line is. I'd never take a joke too far.
Secrets are only fun when they're kept secret.
Just enough with the ambiguous phrasing, okay? You'll give people the wrong idea. Forget it. Let's just go.
You're always welcome at Scent of Spring. Come again, anytime.
Anytime.
I slightly regret bringing you here. It doesn't bother me. I just hope she didn't make you feel too awkward. Now that your measurements are taken, let's go to Mingxing Jewelry and put an order in.
Hello, Lady Ningguang. What can I do for you today?
That chess piece I told you about? We can start work now. I have the traveler's measurements here.
Okay, let me just double check. Looks good. This has all the measurements we need.
Good. And as agreed, please use top-grade materials only.
Of course, we are professionals, and we will do everything we can to deliver the high standard you expect. Although, speaking to you as a friend, I have to tell you that the sale price you indicated won't even cover the cost of production. I don't mean just the material costs either. Waiting around for top quality materials drags out the production time and also reduces the total quantity we can produce.
That's okay. This one is not for profit. With every previous set, there's always been some degree of commercial or marketing considerations to bear in mind. But this one serves more of a commemorative purpose. To that point, as you know, the prototype of the Jade Chamber chess piece has been in the works for a long time, but I haven't once followed up on the progress. Yes, and just like your piece, the Jade Chamber piece will be scaled for the game.
Yes, it's a challenging project, but also, not for profit is really not something I ever expected from Lady Ningguang. How do I put it? It just seems out of character.
In business, everything comes down to profits versus losses. You have to keep a cool head and make rational judgments. In other words, you must be shrewd. But shrewdness is easily perceived as cynicism in the eyes of others. People come to think of you as someone who cares only about money and not people. Hardly the worst thing in the world, of course. But it has caused obstacles for me in the past. Well, for example, I once had a case where someone backed out of a deal with me to sell to someone else. We were both offering the exact same terms. It was simply because they didn't like me very much. Another case is where I offered distinctly more competitive terms in an investment, and this ended up arousing their suspicion. That Ningguang, they thought, she must be up to something. We can't let her get away with it.
I see.
But these problems disappeared all but completely after the battle against Osile. Why? Because the whole of Liyue witnessed me destroying my Jade Chamber. At least, that's the most reasonable explanation I could think of.
Oh, I get it. You're saying that back when you sacrificed the Jade Chamber, you gained everyone's respect in return. You're not seeking to make a profit from these chess pieces because what you're commemorating is your personal contribution to Liyue Harbor. It was the deal of the century. And as long as you keep capitalizing on it, business will be plain sailing for you in the future.
Yes, exactly. Very to the point.
Truly a brilliant strategy, Lady Ningguang. You really are a business mastermind. Now I understand why this set needs to be so perfect and why it's okay that it doesn't turn a profit.
It will be a lot of work, and I'm most grateful to you. Make sure the Traveler's piece is exactly how he wants it. We can't go letting him down.
Don't you worry. We'll put our all into it.
Well, that's that then. Let's head back to the Jade Chamber. There's something I want to discuss with you.
the stars clouded, so too is my scryglass hazy.
I have a question for you, and I'd like to hear your honest opinion. And I, in turn, will tell you how I really think. When we were at Mingxing Jewelry, I admitted that my decision to sacrifice the Jade Chamber was a calculated one. I had already considered what I stood to lose and to gain. When you heard that, did it make you think that maybe I really was a cynical profit chaser after all? I see. Well then, I'm sorry, but what I'm about to say may simply come across as making excuses. I was lying to Xingxi. My decision to destroy the Jade Chamber was nowhere near as thought through as I made it out to be. I just thought we should do what needed to be done, and this was a decision that only I could make. Afterwards, I consoled myself by reasoning that all my wealth comes from Liyue Harbor. So, to lose Liyue Harbor is to lose everything. In that sense, giving up the Jade Chamber would be a profitable investment in the long term. But it just didn't work. I was grief-stricken. Like a huge part of my heart was suddenly missing. Because I had just severed ties with a lifelong companion. I stared out at the sea for goodness knows how long. I just couldn't let it go. There was no way I could console myself. So why bother trying? But as time went by, I received so many thank you gifts and letters from people. Everyone was describing how they now saw me in a new light, how I'd become an inspiration to them. I gave up the Jade Chamber without a moment's hesitation, and I did it for the sake of Liyue Harbor. And now, people are inspired to follow my example, to tackle their life challenges with the same unswerving determination. All of this was so encouraging to hear. It made me feel that my dear old companion's sacrifice was not in vain. Because, to most people, the idea that Lady Ningguang is someone who battles with grief and struggles to let go of the past is probably the furthest thing from the truth that they could imagine. This is one aspect of the truth that I can share only with you. The fact that I can't always be as strong as everyone thinks I am. Thank you for your comforting words. It feels good even just to be able to talk about it. I'm sorry that you have to see me in this state. But look where I am now, standing on the deck of the Jade Chamber once more, taking in the view. It must be fate's reward to me. And if I end up having to do it all over again in the future, I will not hesitate to make the same decision again.
Kenapa lama Pak kau cerah? Hujan begini. Libur tiba.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Oh, how strange. Me too. I'm joking, of course. I slept like a baby. Sorry to disappoint you. So, what's item 1 on today's schedule? I imagine this must have taken by Sure. My schedule is usually... So, it'll be quite nice to... I don't often... Still. So then. Something I never have the opportunity to do. Interesting. Before I decide, I'd like to know, what gave you this idea? Because as far as most people are concerned, Mora is the key to any and all opportunities. Yes, you're absolutely right. This is what I appreciate about you. You see things the way they are, rather than how they appear. I want to do something a little self-indulgent. Is that okay by you? Thank you. All right, here it is. I've always thought it would be fun to recapture what life was like before I joined the Liyue Qixing. I was born into a humble family, and all the wealth you see now began with a single haul of fish. I had to. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Fishing isn't the half of it. You'd be amazed at some of the odd jobs I've worked in my time. A lot of the old folks like to brag about how I used to be their errand runner back in the day. They were tough times, but I had a clear goal and plenty of motivation. If I didn't make any money in the morning, I'd have no food for lunch. I guess that's why I came to be so obsessed with Mora. I want to relive that time from my life. Feel some of that drive again. Take a trip down memory lane. So how about it? Will you join me? Great. Then let me lay down the ground rules. We're not to use our status or reputation in Liyue Harbor to our advantage, and we have no starting capital. The goal is to see how much more we can make under these conditions. Okay, but working as a day laborer could be quite dull. Why don't we go down to the docks? They periodically throw out a lot of unclaimed or abandoned goods. We might find something that we can exchange for Mora. What does it matter? Don't worry about it. It's all part of the fun. Come on, let's go down to the docks.
Did you stay?
Lady Ningguang, to what do I owe the honor? Are you here to inspect the goods in the warehouse? You may have to wait a moment. I must have not gotten the message. Sorry, I won't be long. I'll grab all the paperwork right away.
Calm down. No need to panic. That's not why we're here.
Oh, you're just looking for me? I haven't done anything. Have I? I mean, I don't think so. All right, the periodic clearances. Yeah, I've been handling those, strictly per the protocol. I make sure I post all the necessary notices and notify every individual that I'm required to. It used to be a huge problem, but with a bit of hard work, I've managed to reduce the amount of goods we need to clear out by at least half. It's hard to say. It really depends. Everyone has their own reasons. But as far as the warehouse is concerned, they all fall into these categories: unclaimed goods, damaged goods, or unpaid storage fees. As for the damaged ones, I guarantee you it's nothing to do with how they're stored. it's because some things go bad more easily than others. If it sits there in the warehouse for too long, it goes without saying that it could start to affect the other goods. But that aside, even the smell is just unbearable.
So, have you cleared out any of these goods recently?
I'm afraid we just finished clearing out all the big ones. But don't worry, Lady Ningguang. If you're here for an inspection, then I'm here to make it happen. Hang tight. I'll grab some of the smaller items for you right away.
Hold on. Oh. I don't think he has quite grasped the nature of this situation.
Lady Ningguang, I had a quick run through the list and cleared out some more items. Please, inspect them.
Let me see here. Soggy food, an odd shoe, a broken mirror, small wooden toy. It's a shame we missed the last clearance. We're down to the slim pickings now. Some of these are true junk, but there are a few items of value here. Take this wooden toy, for example. The wood is good quality. If you took it apart, there's quite a number of useful everyday objects that you could turn it into, with a little work.
Huh? You want it? Well, sure. Take whatever you want. It's all getting thrown away anyway.
Great. This is going well. Yes. And once we're done, we will find a merchant to give us an appraisal of their value.
I have no idea what's going on here, and I'm not about to ask either.
Nggak berani nanya.
Lady Ningguang, welcome to my humble store. What can I get for you?
Actually, today's a little different. I'm not here to buy anything. I wanted to ask if you could take a look at some goods for me.
Just take a look? What for? Oh, I see. Let me take a look then. I mean, I can take them. I have a few regular customers I can talk to. They should be able to salvage the raw materials. But...
What's wrong? If it's too much trouble, please. There's no need to force it.
No, it's nothing like that. Well, anyway, let's talk prices. So all of these together... I'll give you 150,000 mora. How does that sound?
Oh, well...
No worries. The price is negotiable, of course, so we can discuss it further. If that figure's not what you had in mind, I can, bump it up a little. It'll be fine. I'm sure we can reach an agreement here.
What are your thoughts? Yes. At most, these items are only worth a couple of thousand mora.
Huh? Wait a minute. So you're really here just to sell a few things? And specifically, these things? I thought that was all code for some kind of inspection or something.
It appears so. We can't go on like this. Let's try something else. as long as we're in Liyue Harbor, this kind of misunderstanding is inevitable. If I wasn't Ningguang, Go Sonar probably wouldn't have handed all of these over to us. And you likely wouldn't be willing to buy them either.
To be completely honest, you're not wrong.
This goes against the rules we set for ourselves at the start. Are there any other ways for adventurers to make mora besides their remuneration from the guild? Great. I don't mind. Let's give it a try. Lead the way.
You two have a good one.
Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny. Over-embellishing that fate only leads to misconception.
This must be the place. Let's do this. It feels like it's been a long time since I've gotten so physical. The feeling of creating your wealth with your own two hands is just as exhilarating as ever. Yes, I'd say so. Everything starts out small. You focus on quantity at the outset, and gradually shift to focusing on quality as your wealth builds. And let's not forget, we started with no initial capital. It's reasonable to expect building something from nothing to be highly demanding. In any case, the sight of Mora has always had a way of improving my mood, no matter what the sum is. I intend to. I'm not ready to stop yet. This time, let's try something a little more challenging.
Next time.
Solidified!
My will embodied.
Give up.
Stabilize!
Another satisfying haul. Ah, what a feeling. That's very kind of you. But I know I'm no match for a professional adventurer like yourself. For me, a battle is just a form of exercise. A way to keep fit and use up any surplus energy. Oh no, not yet. There's more Mora to be made. Hey, look! What's that hole in the ground? Oh, I see. So if we catch it, there's Mora for the taking? Oh, how quaint. That was your Beto impression, was it? Well, I'm afraid I'm having far too much fun to stop what I'm doing and start bickering with you, Captain. Come on, let's go get this weasel thief.
Mana dia? Oh.
We're way behind schedule.
There it is! After it! Goodness, this reminds me of fishing. Not an easy catch, but we didn't let it slip away, and the haul is now ours. That's what counts. Let's see. A little over 1,000 mora. We can't do any serious business with this amount of starting capital. We need to keep working hard. Actually, now that you mention it, I'm suddenly a little hungry. Huh. Amidst the thrill of the chase, I didn't even notice. Wang Shuin is right there. But... same thoughts here. After how hard we worked to get our hands on this mora, it would be a shame to eat it all in a single sitting. In which case, I think I'll take this opportunity to show you a skill that I used to be rather proud of. Yes, but the rule of the game is no fishing rods allowed. We're going fishing by hand. Come on, let's go down to the river. This should be enough. Let's head back to land and grill them. Here, have a taste of my cooking. A fresh catch can go straight on the grill with minimal preparation and it tastes delicious. Even if it's a little charred, that's on purpose. I just like how it tastes. Normally, I have to make a special request to the chef if I want it to taste like this. I'm okay. It was nothing. Back in the day, I had to hurry home after work to do my household chores. Then, in the evening, it was out to the night market with the family to support our stall. I was always meticulous with the most menial of tasks. My mother, but by the same token, she didn't love the idea of me leaving home and starting my own business. She thought it was just an unnecessary risk when I could just carry on helping out at home instead. You'd be more likely to see me pulling up outside Wanmin restaurant and selling grilled tiger fish from a food cart. My childhood memories run deep. I'll always have a special affection for fish. They are confined to the water, and yet they live free, swimming around wherever the mood takes them. It is. I have greatly enjoyed experiencing the adventurer lifestyle with you. When I think back on all my hard work in the past, it motivates me to face the challenges that lie ahead in the future. That sounds great. I'm looking forward to it. But, a word of warning, I am very picky about my grilled fish. I can be a tough lady to impress.
Sabar.
is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted.
Sejak kapan aja ada box di sini?
We could do with some more fortune.
Sudah, ntar lagi.
Oh, good. I was just thinking.
Masuknya.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well? That's good. So, what's item... I imagine this must have... Sure. My schedule is usually... So, it'll be quite nice. I don't often... Still. So then... Interesting. Because as far as most people are concerned, yes. I want to do something a little thank you. I was born into a humble family. Fishing isn't a lot of the old folks like to brag about how they were tough if I didn't make it. I want to relive, so how about it? Will you join me? Great. We're not to use the goal is to see how... I can see why you'd suggest that. You're thinking I could use my knowledge of how Mora works to my advantage and make a lot of money there. But Northland Bank is a special case. I rather suspect I would not be welcome there. Yes, and also... Never mind. I'll just show you. It won't eat up too much time. I expect they still hold a grudge against me to this day.
Ya. Masih ada nggak? Oh, udah nggak ada.
Lady Ningguang, I would hope that you're not here to create further trouble for the Fatui. With all due respect, too much official pressure will risk driving our bank out of business.
There's no need to be so hostile. I'm just here to talk business. So, are you in business or not?
That depends on the proposal, and it's not my decision alone. But first, tell me, why should we believe that you really are here for business? Because if you're here to make us suffer huge losses like last time, then I'm sorry, but none of us here can afford that.
Straight to the point, I see. Works for me. Traveler, we're leaving. Let's not waste any more of our time here.
Kabut. Mana deh? Oh, di bawah.
Do you see what I mean now? Their attitude was just as I expected. That's for sure. Although our diplomatic relations with Snezhnaya haven't broken down completely. I dealt them a rather ruthless blow with the size of the reparations payment I imposed. This sum was paid by Northland Bank, so they are still wary of me to this day. Yes, with some exceptions, but that is more or less correct. If you encounter them in any other nations during your travels, be on your guard. They are more than just a commercial organization. That's okay. My intention here was to show you some of the repercussions of that great battle. But that's quite enough politics for today. Let's get back to our fun little survival game. Now that you mention it, yes. We're being watched. What are they plotting this time? My thoughts exactly. But we need to be discreet. If they realize we're onto them, then we'll lose the element of surprise. Let's act natural, determine who our tail is, then lure them somewhere more deserted so we can catch them. Keep moving, just walk forward at normal pace and don't do anything to give away that we suspect any.
Yang ngikutin siapa? Oh, ini.
Have you seen my Mora? Never mind, I'll keep looking.
Okay, I think we have a few potential suspects. There's a lot of foot traffic here, but if you look closely, you'll see only a handful of people have been watching us constantly. But I'm still not sure which of them is our tail. Agreed. Whoever it is will continue to follow us.
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new.
Itu juga ada anjir. Yang mencurigakan.
I narrowed it down a little further. But let's stay calm until we're 100% sure. It shouldn't take much longer. I think I have the answer. Let's get out of his line of sight and sneak up on him. Don't get the wrong person, though, or all our efforts will have been for nothing.
What's the matter?
Wrong guy. Ugh, he got...
Bukan.
What are you doing?
Come now. Did you really think we wouldn't notice you sneaking around?
What? I'm not doing anything.
I don't know what scheme Northland Bank has in the works, and I don't know what they're paying you. But let's make a deal. How cooperative you are now decides how much immunity I give you when this gets investigated. Or do you seriously think Northland Bank won't throw you to the wolves when push comes to shove? Why don't you weigh the pros and cons and give me a clear answer before I retract my offer?
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. My assignment was just to follow you, I promise, that's it. When you showed up unannounced at Northland Bank, everyone was instantly on high alert. We figured you must be up to something, but your brief conversation left us none the wiser as to your intentions. We couldn't just overlook it. We had to get to the bottom of it before we could put our minds at rest.
I know they're wary of me, but this is still an overreaction, surely. This all feels very suspicious. There must be more to this than he is letting on. I only took you there to demonstrate how tense things are. Somehow we only tested the waters, but ended up with the catch of the day. Is there anyone else following us besides you?
Yes. They would have seen this and reported back.
Then we need to get moving. The longer they have to react, the fewer clues they'll leave behind. No time. I'll just have to improvise. Keep him with you. Do not let him slip away.
Saying that Ningguang hasn't done anything? Impossible. She wouldn't have shown up here out of the blue without good reason. Keep investigating. We must ascertain her intentions.
So much commotion. This must be an important meeting.
Oh, great.
It looks like I wasn't supposed to be privy to the contents of this particular meeting. This simplifies things.
So, you are here to investigate us after all. Where did you get wind of this?
That doesn't matter. What matters is that I made a brief and inconsequential visit, and your first reaction was to immediately arrange a sizable surveillance operation with myself as the target. You couldn't have advertised your guilty conscience more clearly if you'd tried. You may as well come clean. You know I will not turn a blind eye to any violation of the rules in Liyue Harbor.
Even if we cooperate with her investigation, she's bound to find problems even where there are none. Well, if you're such a stickler for the rules, you can carry out your investigation by the book. The Northland Bank has no obligation to cooperate, even with a member of the Liyue Chising.
Fine by me. Then I'll take my time. But you'll be begging to tell me everything by the time I'm through.
Bentar deh.
Divination. About
dapat 5. Berapa hari lagi? 5 hari lagi. Oke. Tiga empat kita.
くないつ。
ドクター、元気がいいじゃないか。
サロンのような場所はあるのかしら。
ドクター、元気がいいじゃないか。
ハンティング始める。
奴らが災いを生み出し戦争を引き起こした元凶なのだ。
面倒だな。命令を縛られるつもりはない。
Ya, shit, berarti nggak harus pasang itu dulu.
今回の任務はうまくいかない。
Salah. Gue kira bisa anjir, nggak dapet waktunya. Coba.
Zen, 規律はしっかり守る。
彼らを観察して感染タイプを特定しよう。きっと実験の役に立つから。命令を黙っていろ。面倒だな。貴様の生死は私が決める。ついてきて。どけ。このピンチを乗り越えよう。誰にも縛られるつもりはない。ここは私に任せろ。貴様の生死は私が決める。集中。了解した。このピンチを乗り越えよう。ロックンロール。ターゲットロックオン。私の武器は誰にでも扱いにつく。オッケー。私の得意技を見せてあげる。
ぞよく行使し相譲らん。敵を死にふん。私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけだな。奴らが災いを生み出し戦争を引き起こした元凶なのか。
お前の死を道じ今回以上の強敵を倒すにはオリジニウムをもっと利用する必要がある。
ドクター、元気がいいじゃないか。
Bentar. Ya deh. Yes. Tuturu.
ハンティング始める。
バッタ奴らが災いを生み出し戦争を引き起こした元凶なのか。
一気に型をつける。
切りつけ。
ついてきて。
どけ。戦場に出たからには死ぬ覚悟を決める。
アーツユニットチャージ中。影から
Oh, nggak boleh hancur. Oke, oke.
焦らず順次撤退するんだ。私がしんがりを務める。全員規律はしっかり守って。
この剣でお前たちが生きる価値をその肉体ごと切り裂いてやる。一気に型をつける。私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。ついてきて。アーツユニットチャージ中。私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。命令を強引に縛られるつもりはない。 集中。
アップルパイ。いい位置だ。
命令を。
バラージュ。行ってきまーす。
私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。簡単だ。了解した。
気ぃつけ。
バラキに出す。
獲物め、動くな。
前に進むぞ。
よくよこれるぞ。
命令を。
縛られるつもりはない。すぐに終わる。
あいつらにはバンバンで十分だよ。
ハンティング始める。
この剣でお前たちが生きる価値をその肉体ごと切り裂いてやる。
一気に型をつける。縛られるつもりはない。
ついてきて。ロックンロール。
アーツユニットチャージ中。命令を。
黙っている。ここは戦場に出たから死ぬ覚悟を決めろ。
命令を。
黙っている。前に進むぞ。
ディオポーレント。
すぐに終わる。諦めるな。
初期化完了しました。
バラージュ。オッケー。このピンチを乗り越えよう。
命令を。
強化しろ。
任せろ。
この手。
バラージュ。
こちらチェン、時間には限りがあるんだ。
このピンチを乗り越えよう。獲物め、動くな。
強化しろ。
了解した。
黙っている。
ロックンロール。
苦境の中でこそ人は成長する。そうでしょ？
Ini udah. Ini nih action ini nih ribet. Ntar aja lah ngerjainnya.
ドクター、元気がいいじゃないか。
Salah. Satu. Maksa dapat 5. Cuma dapat 5.000 anjir. 30.000. Wah, kacau. Sudah jam 4, kita sudahi dulu.